Good afternoon. It is Thursday, July 22nd. Skipped yesterday. Just kind of hung out around home after work, watched the Dwarven Forge live. Not really much went on. Today I just got off work and I'm headed to Aldi. So I need to pick up some groceries. And I got a bit of a list made in advance. We get a little bit of variety. At viewer request, I'll get some vegetables. Because I got a plan for them. See, vegetables. Technically fruit. Tomatoes are fruit. And I got peppers. I'm making a pasta. So while the vegetables are, a good decision, something good to have, and like I said, I'm gonna make some pasta salad, which I like. So that'll be nice. That'll probably be this weekend because that's a lot of chopping. Really, the thing that I got to be able to have dinner today is these hamburger buns. Because you see, well, I've had frozen hamburger patties, and I have cooked a couple of them just on the range in a pan, and they make an enormous mess. Just grease splattering everywhere, and I decided I can't do that. Thinking of solutions. Just talking to Mom, I guess at one point, and came up with the solution, needing to get myself one of them George Foreman Grills. Closes down on it. Help control the mess. It all goes down into a tray at the bottom. Well, my brother got wind of that goal, and he apparently had a George Foreman grill that he'd been trying to sell cheap online. Wasn't having great luck with it. So when he came over on Saturday, he brought it for me. So now I have a George Foreman grill. So I'm going to try using that. Now, admittedly, that is a lot larger than what I probably ideally would have wanted, just with the amount of storage space. But, it'll let me cook 2 at a time. And it was free. So I say, at this point, it'll work. So yeah, I'm gonna throw things together and have myself cheeseburgers. Okay, it's been years since I've used one of these things. First thing I notice is you plug it in, it's on. Like, no settings, no on and off switch, no temperature, no. Plug it in, it's on. Simple, and I guess maybe less things to break. But I'm like, okay, well, I guess. I was like, do I preheat it before I put stuff? Well, I guess at least a little bit, because I got it plugged in, so it's preheating. So it'll get the grill marks on there, because it's got the things. It heats both sides at once you close it. From a quick thing I'm looking up online, it actually might be quicker than cooking it other methods because it's heating it from both sides as well. Hopefully it works. Obviously it cooks. Okay, Google, set timer for 10 minutes.
Alright, 10 minutes. And we're starting now.
Probably, I think from the internet, it's a little longer than that, but if we're at that point, I'll check it. Okay. So, learning process. I set the timer for 10 minutes because the internet said 13 to 20 something minutes. I was like, mine are small, probably 13. Came over here about halfway. I noticed, it's definitely doing something. Lots of grease in the little tray. So, and very little mess, if any, outside of the machine. Obviously, you have to clean the machine. But that is at least a very contained situation. Anyways, I decided, let's check temperature. Are they 160 yet? Oh, 200? They're kind of looking quite done. So they're a bit overdone. There's some very well done burgers. Which is probably fine. So they're clearly smaller than intended. they don't need nearly as much time, which, I mean, one means, yeah, these overcooked. But it also means in the future, it's even quicker to cook them. And now I know that. So they're a bit overdone, looking a bit sad. But, you know what? They cooked in a manner that I'm like, you know what? I can fix that. I can figure out timing for it. And I'll be able to have that as a meal option to keep in mind. Something where I buy the big thing of frozen hamburger patties, and it's going to last as long as I need it to. And then every few weeks I can just buy a thing of hamburger buns. They're 78 cents, which is cheap enough that as long as I use a couple of them, I'm like, I'm getting my money's worth. I don't need to use all of the buns. So if I don't use all of them, which I basically never will, some of them are going to go bad. But I don't have to feel bad about it because they're super cheap. And I'm able to put my money investment into the frozen meat patty because it'll last a while, and that way I can have that for variety. So the burgers were definitely dry. Oh well, learning. That's what I get for trusting the internet. Now, this is a bit greasy in here, and then the bottom of this tray is full of grease, so most of it was captured, and I can wipe that out, put that in the dishwasher. The thing that actually Kyle brought over, there's a second one. So while one's in the dishwasher, I can still use it again. And I've learned enough to know I need to take care of that right away. Because that grease are the big things that draws more gnats. And gnats haven't been super bad this year. I mean, I've had them. But, you know, I know I've gotten a bit better at taking care of things to keep them from taking over. And that's one of them. So I gotta make sure I don't leave meat fat hanging out. And so I got the grill cleaned. Good effort. But at least it was contained to one spot. I think it might be easier if I try and look up better ways. I think I should have started cleaning it while it was still warm. I waited until it cooled completely. I think that was my mistake. But still, learning how to cook with it, I'll learn how to clean with it. It did at least cook. And do as good as I would have liked with it. But I just had some buffalo chicken dip because I can cook. I just don't know how to cook with that thing yet. I'll figure it out. And I got some other things I'll probably be cooking this week. For now, I'm gonna call it a night. Bed. One more day of work. Then we get to the weekend. Thank you for joining me, and join me as my journey continues.